We've come to the halfway point of 2025. So Jared, Chris, Sean, and Tasha are going to give you their mid-year recommendations for movies, TV, comic books, and video games. On this episode of... What's my lane again?
It's an animated show.
Cartoon.
I don't watch cartoons.
I'll be more prepared next time.
Yeah, it's called the Baby Chicken 2000, or Kept Up Baby Chicken.
I go by the PG-13 rules. I get 2 f***s and a...
Are these historically accurate?
I think we should call this segment What Not to Watch.
Completely unqualified pop culture opinion. Hello and welcome to our next episode of What's My Lane Again. This is episode 13. Wait.
12.
Wow.
This is episode 12, an actual very special edition. On this episode, Blossom gets kidnapped.
God.
Anyways, on this
Blossom.
special edition, we are going to be doing a mid-year review. Now, don't freak out. This isn't a work mid-year review. This is a fun mid-year review where we're going to tell you our top TV, movie, books. Not necessarily in that order, not necessarily single, because some of us haven't really watched that many movies in this last 6 months. Some of us haven't watched that many TV shows in the last 6 months. And Sean probably hasn't read any comic books in the last 6 months, but he is going to give us his top video games. The way we actually do it is the book, comic, the graphic novel, TV show, movie, and or video game do not have to have come out in 2025. These are actually things that we watched
In 25.
or played with in 2025. Thank you, Tasha.
5? That's
Played
what
with?
I said.
5, yeah. I was waiting to see if someone caught on to that.
Wait, I'm lost.
Hey, we're already going off the fucking rails.
Off the fucking rails.
Okay, so do we want to do it where just one person goes and gives their list, or do we want to do...
Don't we
go-
usually
oh,
go,
go.
everybody gives their number 5s, their number 4s, their number 3s, their number 2s, and
No,
then
you
their
got it,
number
Tasha.
1s.
All right.
And
All right,
youngest
so
goes
Tasha,
first.
since you were the one
Exactly.
who said it, why don't you go first, Tasha? What was your
Um,
number 5 TV/movie?
Okay, I'm like, which series are we starting with? Okay. My number 5 is, our historically accurate My Lady Jane. That's my number 5.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Sean?
I'm losing faith in your list if it's starting with that. Wow. All right. Well, mine is not historically accurate, but still a fun movie, especially for people that are sports fans. It was a little hidden gem that I found on Netflix a while back early in the year. It's called Hustle with Adam Sandler. It's about him being a scout. It's really good. I was surprised. I didn't went in not with much expectations and went, okay. It was very enjoyable.
He looks really different in it too, right? Doesn't he look like very old Jewish man in it?
Yes, he goes.
Yes.
He definitely lets his gray hair show
Well,
for sure. Yeah.
He is an old Jewish man, so
I know,
you know,
Yeah.
not that much of a stretch.
but he's not like an old Jewish man doing that. He's actually
Right.
acting in it. He was actually being like in like the hidden. What's the other one with the gems? Was that Hidden Gems?
Something like that. Yeah, I didn't see
possibly.
that one, but hidden gems.
the other
yeah.
Adam
I haven't
Sandler
seen
movie.
it.
He does some really. Some of his movies where he actually acts aren't bad, like Punch Drunk Love and that. I really enjoyed those.
Yeah, it's like serious roles. Yeah, he can actually.
Yeah, when he does serious roles,
Do a
he
good
can
job.
actually act. Nice. All right, Jared, what's your number 5?
All right, my number 5 is definitely not historically accurate. It is based on a series of novels, and it is Reacher. Is my number 5.
Nice.
Reacher. Okay.
We all love Reacher.
We've
Gotta
gotten to
love
know
the Reacher.
Reacher on this podcast.
Did like a whole episode on Reacher. So
We did.
Yeah. We did like 3 episodes on Reacher.
yeah,
What?
roughly.
But okay.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Thunderbolts. It is one of the only
Really?
few movies I've seen, yeah, and I did enjoy it, even though people are still hounding it on the internet. I actually did enjoy it, so I'm going to put that as my number 5.
Nice.
Are we going to do like
So
the
I've just-
snake, or are we going to go back to Tasha?
No, we're going back to Tasha.
Okay. My number 4 is Paradise.
Number 4.
Wow, that's
huh?
kinda
You got
high.
some good.
That's number 4. You must have some good 3, 2, and 1s.
No, it's low.
Yeah.
It's low.
Yeah.
She must have some really good stuff if Paradise is number 4.
Yeah.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
guys.
Wow.
But what she put at number 5, I'm not sure.
Yeah, number 5. I mean, she went from that to Paradise. So,
I have 7, so I started
Right.
at 5.
all right, Sean, what do you have for number 4?
Another fun one on Netflix. I've been enjoying movies on streaming a lot more than what's in theaters because honestly, most of the theaters have sucked. Carry On. It came out at the end of last year, but I didn't watch it.
I want to
until,
see
January,
that.
February.
Isn't that the one with
It's good.
Sophia Carson.
Jason Bateman
Jason.
and yeah,
Sophia
What?
Carson.
And,
is Sophia Carson in it?
Yeah,
I don't know
and-
who that is.
Yes.
and Terry Egerton.
Yeah,
He
from
plays
the
yeah, it's good.
Extreme Gentleman, some show.
Yep. It's really, honestly, Jason Bateman does a really good job. It's a really good, like, suspense thriller movie. It surprised me.
He can play such a good
It was
bad
really
guy
good.
too.
He did a really good job. It's a short movie too. Like it's only like an hour, like half hour 45. Like they did a really good
Wow.
job editing it, just keeping it suspenseful, and it's a good watch.
Nice. All right, my number 4. All mine are shows, by the way, because I barely watched any movies this year, and none of them I would put in the top 5. So number 4 is
Yeah.
Daredevil: Born Again. Thought that was really good. I liked that they had the Muse in there, who was from the Charles Soule run on Daredevil. It's a fairly new character. It was more Matt Murdock show than Daredevil because he was barely Daredevil in it.
Yeah, barely Daredevil in
But
it.
Yeah.
so that's kind of the whole point, I guess, is Born Again. But I really thought at the end when he was like, "Let's build an army," that we're gonna have the Defenders show up, but that didn't happen.
La 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 la.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
You guys,
I guess it's not really alert.
I told you what didn't happen,
Well, I haven't
so I
finished
don't know
it.
if that's a
Yeah,
spoiler.
I haven't finished it.
You didn't
but
watch it
I
yet?
was just like, for the listeners. No, I haven't finished it. That's why it's not on my list. But it's kind of, they're like leading up because season 2, they've already told you who's in the cast. And Jessica
Right.
Jones is in it. So she's in season 2.
Yeah,
So,
she is in season 2, but I thought they would do that. All right, well, sorry, spoiler alert.
no, it's okay.
This is what
That's
doesn't
okay.
happen in
You're
the movie,
fine.
in the show.
A TV show.
Yeah, you don't watch movies. Okay. You watch cartoons. He does watch cartoons. Okay, Dad. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is High Potential, which is a really good show. I know, like, we have some network snobs who don't like network shows, but High Potential is a really good show.
It's a really good show. I really like it.
So that's my number 4? Yeah, number 4.
Okay. We're on number 3.
Number 3.
My number 3 is Thunderbolts. 'Cause I really enjoyed Thunderbolts, and that's the only movie I have. So Thunderbolts is my number 3.
Nice.
Yeah, it's.
Okay,
I
Sean?
think it's unfortunate. I think movies aren't on really high on a lot of our lists. That kind
No.
of shows Hollywood is doing a pretty bad job with movies.
Yeah.
I have one other movie, but
Yep.
it's not on my top 5. Also, I forgot everything
okay,
I watched.
Except for those historically accurate ones.
I just put my list together right now, by the way, guys, because I totally forgot we were doing this.
And it doesn't show at all.
Yeah, the typing
My
really didn't
next
give it away
one
at all.
is
Yeah.
right.
Sorry, Sean, go ahead.
No, you're fine. No, that was a
What's your
good
number
comment.
3?
I'll pause for that comment. All right, so my number 3 is Severance with Adam Scott on Apple. Really, really
That's
good
an amazing
show.
show. I haven't started
Yeah,
season 2
I-
yet, so
I didn't start it until season 2 came out because a couple of my work got me onto it and binged the first season, and I'm about halfway through the second season. It's my show I watch on like the weekends when no one's awake yet. And I'm trying to make sure my wife doesn't see it because she'll probably make me go back and start off from the beginning. So I'm really trying to not let her catch an episode.
Okay, Jared. Your
All
number
right.
3?
My number 3 is a little bit of an older show. I think it was on from like 2019 to 2022. A Hulu original. It's called The Great, which is basically like a satirical
Gatsby?
drama about. Do you want to tell the people what it is, or do you want me to? All right. No, it's Catherine the Great. So from
is that the one with
yeah,
what's
they-
his name who plays the Beast?
Nicholas Holt. Yeah,
Nicholas
yeah,
Holt,
he's
yeah.
he's
Isn't
the
it have some
Emperor
like
Peter.
dirty scenes in it?
What?
Peter, doesn't it have some like dirty scenes in it?
Yeah, the whole show. Yeah. Yeah, there's like orgies and there's sex in every show. It's not it's an adult show. But it's hilarious. I mean, they even say at the beginning an occasional true story. So they just like very loosely based it on the story of Catherine the Great. but
So it's historical
there's a
accurate
lot of
still.
like it's totally historically accurate, yeah. But it's really
It's what's
funny.
it,
I would
Dakota
recommend
Fanning?
it.
No. It's
No,
a
Elle
Fanning, right?
Fanning.
Who plays Elle Fanning? What's a Fanning? I
Elle
just said
Fanning.
it. I said it's
Yeah,
a
she's going
Fanning.
to be in the
The
new.
Fanning.
She's in the new Predator movie as well. So, but it actually
There you the Predator on reference.
got it in. But it's funny. It actually got canceled after 3 seasons. But the way they ended it, I think it basically wrapped it up. They could have gone on, but once you see the last episode, you're like, okay, it was a satisfying ending, and I would recommend it. It's it has drama, it has comedy, it has everything. It's really good.
Okay.
So that was me.
That's your
The
number
great,
3.
And history.
not the great, not Gatsby.
Okay. Padre.
My number 3 is of course Smallville.
I thought that was going to be Tyre, actually.
No, Smallville. I mean, I have 2 that are much better than Smallville, but Smallville is
The
right
one
up
is
there.
Paradise.
Smallville, man, still holds
Smallville.
up. I mean, this show was made in the early 2000s, and it's still, I'm enjoying every episode, and I haven't had a season yet where, I've had a few episodes where I'm like, but I haven't had a season yet where I'm like, oh, I'm tired of this show. Like, I love it. Smallville, highly recommend. Rent or buy it at your local Blockbuster.
What the hell?
I like how it's your number 3 on your list, but it was your first on your superhero
My
draft,
superheroes,
but it's
yeah,
number
of course.
3 for
I didn't
the
want you guys to
lawyer.
take it.
Nobody was
We
taking
weren't
Smallville.
planning
worry.
on it.
I go
Okay.
Batman.
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, my number 2 is High Potential. I love that show.
Good
It
show.
is good.
Tell us about the show.
Yeah.
Some people might not know what it is.
Tell you about High Potential? Have we not talked about
Yeah.
High Potential on this
Sure,
podcast?
yeah, but people listen. Yeah, just keep going. Don't question Jared.
I'm going to question Jared, okay?
Or do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. And it's Caitlin, what's her name, right?
Yes, from It's Always Sunny in.
It's Always Sunny. Forget
Yeah.
her last name. Caitlin something.
And basically, she becomes a consultant
There you
for
go.
the police department. She's actually a very highly intelligent individual, and they call it high potential because she really does not have potential. I mean, she is highly intelligent and so smart, but she just does not have the motivation. And that's why she's always doing jobs like a nighttime janitor. And the first episode, she's cleaning the police station, and they have their case up on the board, and she notices something that's wrong. And so she changes it because they called the suspect or they called one of the victims a suspect, and she erased it and said victim number 2. And so they get all mad, and then she had to explain why, and then they hired her, and it's a really good season, a really good show.
I like it.
I do too. I like Caitlin. She's a good actress. I mean, she used to have this show in between Sunny. Well, Sunny was still going on because Sunny's been on for like freaking 30 years.
Yeah.
Where she was like the sister who she got custody of the kids. Her sister died in a car accident, and it was like the aunt who drinks and parties all the time and should not be in charge of children. And she ended up getting custody of her sister's 2 kids, and it was pretty funny. She's good. I like her. Thank you, Tasha.
Yep, no problem.
All right, Sean, what's your number 2?
So it's on a lot of our lists. It's number 2 on mine. Paradise on Hulu. That was
Great
really,
show.
really good. I found
Great
myself
show.
recommending that
Great
to
show.
a lot of people. Yeah. It's a really, really good show.
And Start a Zaddy.
Start as Addie.
Yeah.
President Zaddy.
Yes.
President Zaddy.
President Zaddy.
Very good.
I just love how it does a really good job of like not where it's a lot of actual suspense, a lot of like surprises that you
It
don't
keeps you
expect. It does a
hooked.
really good job.
There's a lot of like, what is it called when it's like not what you expect?
Twists and turns.
Twist? Yeah, I was going to say twist.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Twists and turns.
Shamalamala. Yeah.
Shamalala.
And then Shamalamalamading. Twist.
Except for unlike these are actually good twists.
Yeah. Okay, well, his first one was a really good twist, and then he tried way
Yes.
too hard.
Right.
All right, Sean.
my
No,
turn.
not Sean. Jared.
It's Jared's turn.
My number 2. Who does number 2 work for?
That's number 2 work for.
Is The Last of Us Season 2, which I know Chris hasn't
Another one of our
watched, or
zaddies.
Tasha
Yeah,
yet.
and I'm gonna guess that's
But
I'm Sean's number one.
it's a good possibility.
Nope.
It was a
Oh.
very good season. I enjoyed it. You know, obviously we already spoiled it for some people. We won't have to get into
Yeah,
that
we
right
won't
now.
we won't spoil it for anyone else.
I knew it was happening, but when I saw it and the way it happened was horrible. So, anyways, not to get into that too much of that, but I didn't necessarily like the way that it ended in then at the end of the season, but it's all right. I know they're going to do 2 more seasons, so I'll just, hopefully it won't be too long until that comes out. So, because it does end on a cliffhanger, but very good show. So I'm definitely looking forward to the new seasons.
Okay.
My number 2 is Reacher. It's just an all-around amazing
Really?
show. Yeah. It's one of those shows where when I know a new season's coming out, I'll watch first season, second season again, and then for the third, now I'm going to watch the first 3 seasons. Although, of course, did you hear the news? It was pushed. So
I think I
season
saw that.
4, has now been pushed a year because they're going to film the spinoff first.
Right. Neely's spinoff.
Neely's, and then do Reacher season 4.
I wonder if he'll probably
that's
show
number
up in
2.
that show.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
They've already
Yeah.
showed scenes of them filming it, and because they filmed at an actual live Mets game, either Mets or Yankees baseball game, and so they shot it at an actual game, and so it's them sitting in the actual seats. So he's in it.
Gotcha. Cool.
So it's going to be like the Book of Boba, which turned into the Mandalorian subseason.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
Okay. Before
Awesome.
we get to our number ones, we're going to do some honorable mentions because I think some of us have honorable mentions for TVs and movies. I have a few. I have 2.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. My first one is the movie The Life List. That's on Netflix. It was really good.
That's that one with she makes a list for her daughter, right? In order to get inheritance, she's got to check off this life list.
Yeah. I made my mom watch it.
You don't remember that, guys? We talked about it for 15 minutes.
I zoned out, I guess. I remember. It sounds vaguely
Remember,
familiar.
Jared doesn't listen to my
She got
segments or
cancer
anything.
and was really sick, and then
The mom.
Okay.
yeah, and
Yeah, I
then
remember.
the mom.
Yeah. I remember.
Jared says
I
my
got it.
segment is called What Not to Watch.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Ah,
Okay.
and
And
your
my
other
other honorable mention is Exo Kitty. Another one that I mentioned on this podcast that Jared zoned out for.
I'm not remembering that one either.
Okay. Well, that one's
Is that
on
the live-
Netflix too.
That's a live action one too, right? It's not a
That's
cartoon.
live action.
Is that
Not
the
a
one with
cartoon?
Ladybug in it?
No.
No, I don't remember that one.
Exo Kitty.
Kitty.
It's the one set in Korea, Seoul, Korea. He just dropped something.
My phone.
Drop your phone.
I dropped my phone.
Okay, Sean, any honorable mentions?
I guess if I had to do one, it would probably be Invincible. I discovered that show. The second season came out this year, and I watched both first and second season back to back. Really like that show. I wouldn't put it in my top 5, but it's still really good.
Jared, any honorable mentions?
I guess just one. It was one movie I just recently watched last week.
Novocaine.
I think it was in the theaters for a minute. Yeah, it's Novocaine.
That was in the
And
theaters.
with Jack, I said that. Listen to the dude's story.
You don't listen to me.
It was in the.
I'm sorry, are you
it was-
talking?
No, not really. I'm just making words, making sounds. Zibbit. Yeah, it was in the theater for 5 minutes, but it has Jack Quaid in it from The Boys, and I thought it was pretty good. It's very obviously very graphic with the violence and stuff because it's about a guy who can't feel any pain, so he's going to save this girl, and he just gets into all kinds of stuff, and he gets
I
messed
have a
up.
question.
And it does have a nice little twist in there too, so I'd recommend it if you like action movies.
So I do want to watch it. It's on my list, but I have a question. Does he have that disease that, I guess it's not a disease, but that condition where he just doesn't feel pain? Or does he heal? Because in the trailer, the things he's doing to himself, you're like, that is going to leave
doesn't.
scars.
He doesn't heal. It's an actual disease that people have where
Yeah.
they
I think
can't
they
feel any
consider a
pain.
condition, not a
Even-
disease, yeah.
Even to the point where he has to set an alarm on his watch to go to the bathroom because he can't even feel those type of pains. So he's like, I have to set an alarm to go to the bathroom or my bladder might explode. It's things like that you don't even think about. That's another a pain you have, or if you can't he's hungry or stuff. Like he's afraid to eat solid food because he might bite his tongue off and not know it. So it's interesting the way, but I would recommend it if you don't mind a little, over the top gore and stuff.
Yeah, I do
So,
want to see. Well, he's in the
yeah,
boys, so
he gets messed up. If you like the boys, you'll like Novocaine.
I want to see it. That's on my list.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's good.
Yeah, I was planning on it. Thanks,
That's
Jared.
it. What?
I said I'm planning on it. Thanks, Jared. Okay, thanks,
What?
Jared. We love hearing your opinion. Oh,
All right.
screw you. Okay, Audrey, your turn.
okay. Well, my first honorable mention is right up there with Sean as well. Was Invincible. It was in my list. I was contemplating if I wanted to put it in my top 5. So, but when we talked honorable mention, I was like, okay, I'm going to put it as my honorable mention. I love that show, and the storyline is just amazing, and the animation, just it's so good. That's why it's in my honorable mention. It could have made it in my top 5. Another one was it's a movie I watched. It was nice. It was cute. I don't. It was called Love Hurts with Ki Kwan, where he plays a ex-hitman, like who was out of the business and then gets pulled back in. It's just funny to watch him do martial arts. Even though he's an actual true martial artist, he's like a Jackie Chan, where he just always looks surprised he can fight. But the character was really different for him. I thought it was going to be something where he would had amnesia or something and didn't realize who he was. But no, he always knew he was a hitman. And when they show pictures of him in the past, he was his hair slicked back and he was this gruff, mean guy. I'm like, how did he go from being that to this realtor who's all nice and everything? But it was really good. I highly recommend it. It's not an amazing movie, but
I was looking at I almost watched that and I saw the Rotten Tomatoes score is 16%.
Yeah,
it's but you're saying it's good, so I mean,
yeah,
I might watch it then,
it's a dumb movie. It's fun to watch.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a masterpiece. I mean, I can see why it didn't make it in the theaters for very long, but I did not regret watching it at all. I probably would never watch it again, but I don't regret watching it the first time.
Okay.
Awful.
And drum roll on number 1, Tasha. What is your number 1?
School Spirits.
Huh?
The silence is okay. What is that?
Is that the one? Okay, it actually looks a good show. I will agree with her. I haven't watched it yet, but is that the one where she's dead? And she's in.
Yeah, where she mysteriously ends up dead, and then you find out that someone just stole her body.
Yeah, her first season.
They're trying to find her body.
Trying to find her body.
The first season, they're trying to figure out who killed her. Second season, her friends are trying to find.
Don't ruin it. Don't spoil it.
This is part of the trailer.
All right.
And also, it's been out for a hot minute now. But the second season, then they're trying to find her body. But okay, that's all I'm going to say, though, because it is kind of newish. But it's an amazing show. I really do like it. It's one of my favorites. Okay. Sean, are you ready to tell us your number 1?
It's obvious. It's not even close. Number 1 by a landslide is Andor. Andor is probably one of the best streaming shows to come out in several years. It's really, really good.
I still need to watch that.
It is both seasons 1 and 2 are great. Season 2 is probably even better. You know how it's going to end, but the journey is so good. It is, for someone who's you don't have to necessarily be involved in politics or dramas, but it definitely helps because that's definitely its tone. But it's really good.
How close are we getting to Rogue One?
It literally ends into Rogue One.
Does the actress from Rogue One
show up
in Andor 2, season 2?
She does not, because Andor doesn't meet her until the movie.
Yeah, you're right.
This follows Andor. This follows Cassian. So
right.
It's his story. But I mean, I'm not spoiling anything because we know how it goes. But essentially, it goes right into the movie. Ends with it going right into the events of the movie. So I'm not going to spoil anything else. But it's very good. Mothra is amazing. The actress that plays her is so good. So,
does that sound right?
Really good.
Mothra. Yeah, I guess that is right.
Yeah.
I just think Godzilla when you say that. Mothra.
That's what I thought too.
And it's the actress, right? It's the one who got cut from the movies.
She's
The same actress.
She's in Andor, or same actress, but she's in Rogue One.
Right. But she was in
Yeah.
The Revenge of the Sith, and they cut her whole scene.
Correct. They cut her. Yes.
But she had an action figure from Revenge of the Sith, even though they cut her, which is funny because I have it. I have her action figure, and she wasn't even in the movie.
It just does such a great job, though, of like showing like what the realism of like how living under the Empire would be. And the second season's a lot about like what these people sacrifice for the cause, and it's really good. It's outstanding. Beyond just a Star Wars series, it's a great series in general.
I need to watch it.
Thank you, Sean. Jared.
All right,
Number one.
numero uno, Paradise.
Boring.
No surprise.
Okay, next.
All right.
Wow, nice.
Nice. Okay.
Well, I mean, my number one too is Paradise as well. So we both have the same number one. Look at that, Jared. You and I, same number one. We're
We all had
twinsies.
Paradise.
Great show. I mean,
I
we
was
don't have to
just
get
lower
into
than
it.
all of you.
We did an entire episode basically on Paradise, episode 4.
On
Check
Paradise?
that out if you want to.
Yeah.
If you want to hear more about the show, we do spoil it, so just so you know.
Watch it
But amazing show. Yeah, I think I binged it in one
Highly recommend.
day or two. Highly recommend. One of the best shows I've seen in a long time. So
Okay.
Yep.
Well, we all
Cool.
had some
Well, that
good
was-
top fives.
that was it.
Okay, and then I
And
think
Jared, what were my top fives?
Well, we did.
we did.
Yours.
Hey.
We did.
Hancock. All right, so you want to, Tasha, now at our 6 months point, give us an update of where we are on our games.
Okay, I have our scores for all of our games. So, are you guys ready to hear who's in the lead so far to get the trophy to be determined? We still don't know what the winner gets, guys. Okay.
Nothing.
To be
probably.
determined.
It's a gift.
All I
just-
know,
Okay.
all I know is it's not me. So
So
I'm
actually,
not the winner. I'm not
and
leading.
tied in last place so far right now is me and Sean. We both have either won or tied 3 games. I have one fantasy comedy movie draft and Gen Z slang, and I tied GTA 6 money game. Sean has tied horrible movie synopsis, one that was a spin-off, and one class of question mark, which is in our lost episode.
Forbidden.
Actually, I like that. The
Forbidden.
forbidden episode.
The forbidden
Our
episode. Our lost episode.
The
so
one that
he
should not
did
be
win that.
named.
Yeah.
The one that shall not be named. Actually, Jared, you're in second place right now.
Jared.
You've won 4
Yeah.
games. You tied Gen Z TV and GTA 6 money game over or under. You won Who's Your Zaddy?
Yeah.
Villain, real or fake?
Crushed. I crushed that game.
You
Yeah.
did crush
You
Who's Your
crushed your
Zaddy?
crushes.
Crushed the crushes.
So we learned that
I know
Jared pays attention to his zaddies.
You
I
know,
know
his
my
zaddies.
zaddies,
He
apparently.
knows his zaddies. You know who his zaddy is.
That's right.
Okay. What the hell? And then, no shocked, in first place, we have Chris, or aka my padre. Tied horrible movie synopsis. He tied Gen Z TV. He won influencer versus artist Coachella edition. He won Real or Fake. This was the Hallmark one. And he won quote movie. I don't know why you called it quote movie, Jared. And
I
he
didn't.
tied GTA 6 money
I
game
didn't call
over
it
and
quote
under.
movie.
I didn't. I called it movie
I didn't.
quotes game.
I called
You
it
called
movie,
it
the
quotes
movie quotes game. Yeah.
And I wrote it in my notes as
Yeah.
quote movie. Padre is in the lead. So,
All right, up next, now we're just going to go roundabout and give our top 5 of whatever we want. Like, I'm going to be doing graphic novels. I think, Sean, you're going to be doing video games. These are things that we've read this year. Again, it doesn't necessarily mean it came out this year. It's just what we read or played this year. Jared, I'm assuming you're doing graphic novels with me.
Yeah,
And
I can
Tasha,
talk
what are you
about
doing? You can talk about your what?
I can talk about the top 5 things I've ate this year. If you guys want to know that. I'm just kidding.
Can you name top 5 things you've ate? I mean, I could tell you 5 things I've eaten, but I don't know if I'd say a top 5 I've ate.
This year, if I
Well, I got you
thought
as
about
beat.
it, If I could sit down and thought about it, yeah, probably. What, Sean?
What Sean had us all beat. What did Sean do? What have you ate?
I'm a carnivore. I've probably eaten 5 things. The
Yeah.
same 5 things.
Full live animals he's eaten.
I ate my AP Euro exam. That's what I thought you meant, Jared. By ate.
Ate and left no crumbs. Learn that
I
from
thought
the
he meant he ate
slang
and
game.
left no crumbs.
From the slang game.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
okay. I have
Yeah,
by the way, Dad,
I can talk
have
about comics too.
books. Yeah. I have books and I have a little special Zaddies update.
Ooh. Little special Zaddies update.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for
Can we start with Jared with books? Because
Yeah,
he
let's-
talks a long time.
Yeah, we'll do with Jerry because books that I've read in it.
And Jared
sorry.
talks for a long time.
Totally.
Because he has to
Big
explain
talker.
in detail every single book and why it's good and what the
I'm
plot
gonna read
is
all
and
this.
about the
I'm
drawings.
gonna actually
and...
just. Can I just read a book to you? I think I'll do that. I'm just kidding. All right,
you
hold
guys
on.
want to read Louise Adventure at the pool?
Okay,
You want me
kids,
to read?
it's time for story time.
You want me to read you Action Comics number 4?
No,
All right.
I'm good. I'm good.
So,
Okay, Jared.
not in any particular. Why do you wait until I talk to start talking?
Because you weren't talking.
All right. So, not in any real
That is
particular order here.
I was just kidding.
I
Sorry,
wonder.
go
I
ahead,
can't.
did it.
I just.
He's gonna kill
I have no
you.
idea why it takes you all a week to edit these shows.
What, Jared? What are you saying?
All of
Jared?
this. What?
Jared, what? Huh?
The
Jared?
Terminator,
Come with me
Yeah,
if
the
you want
T1
to edit.
Cyberdyne Systems. That's what you want to edit.
Okay.
All right.
All right, sorry, Jared. Go
Those
ahead. Your top, no particular order.
All right. So no particular order. One I know that Chris read as well. I don't know if you read it this year or late last year. Was Tokyo Ghost by Rick
For
Remender.
this year, it's on my list.
Yeah, that was really good. It was I would say post-apocalyptic. It's just a future society where everyone is addicted to technology, kind of like people are today. But
Like
even
current?
more so where they have like chips in their brain where they can just like project anything they want to see in front of them like at all times. So, but it has a really good story. It's sad as well, but and
Very
no
sad.
Chris will talk. Yeah, it has a kind of a sad ending, but the art is amazing and it's
got boobies.
very good. It has boobies.
Is
It's a
that
very
important?
good. It's a very good
It's not
read.
important. It's just a benefit.
I think it's only 10 issues, so it's not very long. It's all in one. You can find it all in one
10
complete
issues.
edition. That's a great read.
It's a quick read.
Yeah, it's quick for sure. But yeah, some of the art and the splash pages in there are worth it just for that. So. Next is I recently read Silver Surfer by Dan Slott and Laura and Michael Allred, which is it's a standalone Silver Surfer series, and it's just basically he comes back to Earth because he gets kind of connected with this girl from Earth, and they end up going on all these adventures. And it's from 2014 and then 2016, 2 separate series, but they all tie in together. But that was a really good series that takes them all over the universe together, and just the ending where you find out what he did kind of to honor her was just awesome. It was a really good ending. So I would definitely recommend that. Next is Stray Bullets by David Lapham. I don't know if you started reading that, Chris. I think I recommended it.
Yeah,
but
I have
it's
started
kinda,
reading it. I haven't finished it.
Yeah, it's
Very Quentin Tarantino.
It's very Quentin Tarantino. It's like a crime sort of series, but it's all like you'll get all these like separate stories, and then you're like don't know what they have anything to do with each other, and then you get to one issue and they all connect together, and you're like, oh, that's why they're all there. So it's all interweaving together, and there's a lot of really cool characters. If you like, and it's all in black and white, so if you're not really into black and white comics, maybe, but it was really good. I'd recommend that. It's kind of a long series. I think it's like 42 issues if you want to read the whole thing, but definitely worth it. And the last one, something I just finished the last week, is called 7 to Eternity, also by Rick Remender, which is sort of a fantasy type of book about this guy who I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but
I don't want to get into it.
I mean, I can read it a little bit, but I mean, I can talk about it a little bit more. But
Just take his word for it. It's good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's about this guy who's dying, and basically he makes a deal with like this, not the devil,
The
but he's
devil.
like, kind of a guy that he once you make a deal with him, he can basically kind of control people or control you, and he can see through your eyes and stuff. And he's gone this him and his family is kind of, they got banished because they wouldn't take his offer, and the whole thing is them having to work together to get to a certain goal at the end. But another thing where it's like the art in this is takes the top billing because it's just by Jerome Pena. It's the art in it is fantastic. It's called Seven to Eternity. So that's another one I'd recommend. And I think that's it for my list of books or comics.
Why don't you go,
Sharon?
Tasha?
Oh, you don't want to go?
I'll go at the end.
Okay. So mine, no particular order. Hint, hint. It definitely isn't in order. So it is in an order. I just realized that I looked at it and went, "This isn't my order I like." Sorry, guys. I'm talking way too much. Okay.
What's new?
So Jared's not even paying attention, guys. Okay.
What else is new when you're talking?
Yeah, Jared never pays attention when I'm talking. He's like zoned out or asleep. There you go. Okay. My number 4 is Primer. That is a kids DC book about a superhero who puts paint on herself and it gives her superpowers. I need to read the second book. They just came out with the second issue. Anti-Hero, another DC comic and graphic novel. I read that this year. I've talked about both of them, I think, on the podcast. And then one that is not a graphic novel, it is an actual book with no pictures, The Do-Over. I read that this year. I really liked it. It's by Lynn Painter, one of my favorite authors. I'm actually reading right now Betting on You from her. She also did Better Than the Movies, which is another thing I'm gonna read, is the sequel to Better Than the Movies. And my number 1 top favorite is my favorite series of all times, which is, you should all
The Teen Titans one.
yes,
Teen Titans.
Starfire.
Starfire.
Go.
Yes. So number 1 is Starfire by Cami Garcia and Piccolo. I just love
And
the
you
art
said
of the
Jared
story.
doesn't listen.
What's his name?
Piccolo? Gabriel Piccolo?
Yeah, but what's his? Yeah, not
Piccolo?
Robert. Yeah.
Who said Robert?
You did. One of the other. You were like Robert Piccolo. I think it's Piccolo is how you say
Close
it,
enough.
but it's fine. But
Piccolo, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Piccolo.
I just like how she calls him Piccolo.
Yeah, Piccolo.
But I
All
love
right.
that series. I have all of the hardcover. No, they're not hardcover. They're paperback books, except for Starfire.
Paperback writer.
But yeah, those are the books I've read so far. I'm still reading some. I'm doing the summer reading program at the library because I want free shit. Okay.
The library.
Hey, library.
They have
Tasha.
berries there.
Yeah.
Your stepdad does care about you. He knew what your favorite comic was. He does listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My stepdad does
course.
listen to me because I talked about it 24/7 on Hardcover
Just because he
Hideout.
looks like he's sleeping, it doesn't mean he's not listening.
I pay attention.
Hey, stepdad, what was my top 5 shows?
Lady Crap Show, and then
La-
School
la-
Spirits was your
Lady-
top
You're not
one.
my stepdad.
Yeah. It was Lady Kitty, and then it was XO Jane,
Kitty,
and
Jane,
it was
yeah.
City High, and Teen Spirit, and there's the one other one.
Smells like Teen Spirit?
Smells Like Teen Spirit.
That's enough. Thunderbolts, Paradise, My Lady Jane.
And then you
High
had
Potential,
you had
School
Paradise on
Spirit.
there.
Yeah.
You had one
Yeah,
real
close
show
enough.
on there.
Guys, my stepdad actually loves me. Okay. Hey, speaking of dads, Dad, it's your turn.
Okay, so for my graphic novels, I actually read a lot, and so I'm gonna
Ugh.
label it down to just 5. I'm not gonna do Tokyo Adrift. I know
Tokyo
that's not what it's
Ghost.
called because
Tokyo Drift.
yeah, because Jared already did
Yeah.
Tokyo Ghost. Yep. So in no particular order except for my number 1, I'm gonna do Planet Hulk by Greg Pak. I just reread that not too long ago, and I love that series. Then I read World War Hulk as well. That a shorter story.
I was going to say
Planet
Sugar
Hulk?
Daddy.
Well, no, like Planet Hulk, because it takes place on one planet, It's basically a condensed issues. You don't have like spin-offs and tons of other ones until you get to World War Hulk. Then you have 4,000 issues where you mention World War Hulk like for the first 5 seconds, and then it has nothing to do with World War Hulk. So
Yeah, every
that's why I didn't put
character
that
had
one
their
in there.
own. Yeah, every character had their own World War Hulk issue.
Yes. So then another one was Beneath the Trees, Where Nobody Sees by Patrick Horvath. Now, I highly recommend this book. It is basically Dexter meets the Muppets.
Yep.
What is a good like little kids show with animals? Like
Bluey.
the Aardvark show. What was the Aardvark show on
The
PBS?
Zardvark?
No.
The Aardvark?
Arthur?
You're
Arthur.
talking.
Yeah, it's
There you
Arthur
go.
the Aardvark meets Dexter. That's basically
Okay.
it's exactly what you think. It's one of your main characters, this bear, who's like runs a hardware store, and it just like the whole world is an animal based world, and it just seems like a little cutesy kid's world. She's a serial killer, and she kills him like Dexter style. Yes, go ahead.
You didn't read that this year. You read it last year
I didn't.
because we did our episode on it November 27th of last year. I was just fact checking, but it's fine.
Hey.
January.
Yeah, I was
I thought
late
you-
Bro
last
really
year.
raised his hand to say that.
Didn't I do an episode by myself on it? Or were you on that episode
No.
with me? Oh no, all right,
We
well, then
we
I'll-
did it.
then I
That was
take
one of the
that
last
back.
Share
ones
with the
we
mic
did.
drop.
I'll take it back then.
Can you see?
You're
it?
right.
I don't know. You probably can't read that. Not that it really matters. No one else is. I mean, you can keep all that
Yeah,
in.
that's
So
fine.
just telling him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we did that one, and then
Yeah,
you
he's-
did
I'll
your
keep
little
it in
update,
because
and then
you called them out.
yeah, check out our episode of Hardcover Hideout on that from November.
Yeah,
Of
fun
last
fun.
year.
Anyways, I highly recommend that book. Listen
Yeah,
to our episode on
good.
it and read it. You think it's going to be a kid's book. I mean, you just look at the cover and you're like, it is not a kid's book. It is
Right. Yeah.
amazing. I mean, the cover is basically her dragging a body underneath the trees.
I wanna read
Yeah.
that. Wait,
Yep.
I have a
Yeah.
question for you guys.
That's the
Uh-huh.
one
Do
you
you
picked
guys
up in
judge books
my
by
room the
covers?
other day. Yes, of course.
Do we judge
So-
books by its cover?
Do you guys judge books by its cover?
Sometimes.
I always
Yeah.
do.
It depends. Well, comics are like because sometimes
Jared, we
you'll have
know
like
you do.
amazing. You have amazing artwork on the cover, and
Jared,
you
you
open it up,
can't.
and it looks like a
The
5-year-old
cover, and
drew
you'll
it
get in of it all.
because
Yeah.
because a lot of times the cover artist is not the interior artist. So, but
Jared,
yeah,
we
it
know you judge
depends.
books
I
by
mean,
covers. Look at you.
And then I finished Compendium 2 and 3 of Invincible. I almost want to say Rickman. That's not right. Robert Kirkman. And it's weird how like much in the first few seasons of the show they pulled from almost all of the show. Looking forward to see if they go, how much they go towards on the show. In Compendium 3, when it ends, it was kind of a satisfying sadness at the end when it was over. Because he ends it. It's not like something that he's going to keep going with it. It ends. And so you're like, oh, it's over. But it was
did you
good.
see that
I highly recommend.
Battle Beast? Battle Beast has his own series out right now.
Yes.
His own comic series. Yeah. They
Yes.
I think they just came out with the first issue or two recently. So now they're still going with the Invincible universe with other characters.
Yeah. They could totally spin off tons of. I mean, even in the comic, there were spin off comics of Invincible
Yeah.
that
Yep.
show up in the issues
Within
and
the
then you
comic.
find out they
Yeah.
had. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Anytime
Wolves,
him
I
and
think they had like
what's her name?
The Wolf Pack.
The Wolves.
They had their own comic. Yeah. If you read the compendium, I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
I read
the
I read
the
all three of
different,
them.
like remember all the different little groups, like the JLAs of Invincible from different regions of the state, of the country, of the other countries, all had
Mhm.
spin-off issues for a while. And they all come
Right.
together in a few of these episodes, and some of them come together and don't come out.
Right.
Wait. Did you read it this year?
I did. I know I read it this year because I just read it recently. Is a book by Pat O'Malley called Pop Scars.
I forgot to mention Pop Scars. What's wrong with me?
Number one. This
That
book
is my
is
number one book.
amazing. I mean, this book,
Yeah.
you have to listen to the podcast we did on it. I mean, basically, it's as if Quentin Tarantino wrote Ocean's 11 and had an actual true M. Night Shyamalan ending. It was an amazing
Yeah.
book. It had
Yeah, that's the
graphic,
best.
it had drugs and violence, and it was amazing. That was my favorite book so far
Yeah.
this year.
They want to let me
Yeah, I
read it.
agree with that. That was my number one too. Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
That was
go
an
out
amazing
and
book.
get it. I mean, and he has action figures too.
Yeah,
So
they had a Kickstarter. It'll probably be over by the time this gets out, but yeah, Pop Scars for sure.
Hey, Sean, what are your video games?
Okay. So I only brought 3 to the table. So, because I really wanted to keep them ones I would really highly recommend. I play a lot of video games that just to pass the time kind of thing. But these are probably 3 that I would really recommend. So one is I'll start with one that's older, but I'm still playing it. I found myself playing again this year because they released the ability to do add-ons and get like player generated content, and that's Baldur's Gate 3. It won Game of the Year last year. It is an amazing game from start to finish. If you haven't played it, go pick it up. It's great. And they keep doing updates for it. Then one of the most recent updates being this year, unlocked on console where I play it, the ability to do player generated content. So like they have like a whole bunch of new classes opened up and some new quest lines and that people have made and created for the game. It's outstanding. It has lots of replayability. I just find myself playing that thing every so often just because it's so good. And then a game I discovered with my wife that was really good. If you want a game that you can play with a partner, really good for couples, or if you just it's old school classic couch co-op. It's called It Takes Two. Highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It's one of those actual couch co-ops where it's split screen, but it like actually makes you use each other's like strengths. A lot of the levels have like one character has an item that's needed to solve the puzzle, but you can't solve it with the other person doing something else. So it really makes you work together. Causes some frustration. You might yell at each other for messing up, but it's a lot of fun. Really great story too. It's about a young girl whose parents are going through a divorce, and she wishes them to reconcile. And so she wishes them, and they end up inside this fairy tale world of different adventures. So they have to fix their relationship. Really good. Highly recommend it. And then it's not a super long game either. It's probably like you could probably beat it over, 4 or 5 weekends with a partner, casually playing it, but it's really well made. It won some Game of the Years back in 2023. So, and then the last one, this is also older, but I discovered it this year on a PlayStation sale because they were trying to promote the sequel that's coming out, and that's Ghost of Tsushima. I think I mentioned it in a podcast earlier in the year, like early in the seasons, but really good. Outstanding. It is a great story. It's visually spectacular. Great art style. If you are a fan of, those like kind of old school samurai movies, or if you like Shogun, like if you're a fan of the more recent Shogun, super good. Historically accurate. It's actually got like it actually won an award from Japan for a cultural, like giving them a cultural award that they usually don't give to just anyone outside of the country, like let alone a video game creator. But that's how accurate it was to their culture. So really good. Highly recommend it.
I do have to say that that's one thing you're finding with video games nowadays is that even if they're older games, you can start doing upgrades to it, and then they add little add-ons, which kind of makes them new again. I mean, it's not like the old days when you pop that game in, and that's all you can play. That was it. Yeah, once you played that cartridge, it's you wait a little while and then play it again. Even not, it wasn't that long ago, like with the PlayStation 2, 3, that was it. You got the CD, you put it in, you played it, and you were done. But nowadays you can, so many things you can do with it. And then when GTA went online, holy cow.
Right.
Because everything has just like all this downloadable content now stuff, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's like, yeah.
That's
Cash
why I like
cows.
open world games.
You got to make keep making money.
Yeah, because games with storylines, and don't get me wrong, I do like games with storylines as well, because I play quite a few games with storylines, but I prefer games like open world games to where I can take a break from the storyline and go like Red Dead, where I can go fishing and hunting and try to catch up my score with like trying to get the different types of animals and the skins and go craft me some new chaps and boots and pouches and things like that. Whereas some older games where, you get the storyline and that's it.
Right.
I mean, like the what was they called the left to right games, where you just walked from one side of the screen to the other. Side scrolls.
Side scrollers.
The side
Side
scrollers.
scrollers.
And that was it. You played the side scrollers. Unless it was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was the most impossible game ever
Yeah. Right.
to finish.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, cool. I've been playing right now Red Dead, but right now I'm playing God of War Ragnarok. I just finished playing Harry Potter Hogwarts University. I don't know what it's called. What is it called? To where you're a wizard.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Legacy. When is that supposed to take place? It was a very good game. I actually enjoyed it a lot. It's kind of one of those open world games where you can stop the storyline, but you do get to a point where you're like, oh, I got to go do some of these quests. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do anything. But when is it supposed to take place? I mean, because they have some of the main character names in it, like a Weasley and that. But is it supposed to be way before Harry Potter? Or is it way after
way
Harry
before?
Okay.
Nobody in the Harry Potter, like not even like, Dumbledore and all that. It's all before them.
Okay. I was just going to say, because you have some Weasleys and you have some names that you know, but they're like not. And why is the wizard, the witch who does the greens, the herbivore teacher? Why is she so hot?
Not what I expected you to
it was
say.
weird. I'm like, well, they made her really hot. Like she's this hot redhead. I'm like, the wizards aren't supposed to be hot. Okay.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks.
Thanks for the video games.
All right, well, that was our episode on...
I still have my top 3 zaddies.
Oh, that's right. She wants to rewind.
All right.
Up next,
Zaddies.
apparently, we're going to hear Tasha's top 3 zaddies of the 6 months.
Yeah, what we've mentioned on this podcast.
So what is the criteria for these? How do you decide
Top
who's the
3?
top zaddy?
Yeah,
How do you decide that?
How I decided our top 3 zaddies for mid-year review is by how much we mentioned them, or just cuz. Like number 3 is Hugh Jackman, just cuz.
I mean, Wolverine, that's all you have to say.
Yeah, Wolverine. Come
Yeah,
on. Did you
'cause
watch
Wolverine.
the ending of Deadpool and Wolverine when his shirt flew off?
And Deadpool just goes...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. That
All
was,
right, number 2.
Our number,
CGI.
our number.
I think that was
I don't think it
CGI.
was CGI.
Part of
No.
it was, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. That's
Okay.
number 2.
Our number 2 zaddy for this podcast is James Marsden. Paradise, our president zaddy. Okay.
Zaddy.
Do you guys know what our number 1 zaddy is on this podcast?
Ryan Reynolds.
Pedro
Of course,
Pascal.
it's Pedro Pascal.
It's Zaddy Pascal.
Of course it is.
Of course it's Zaddy Pascal.
It's not even a question.
He gets
mean,
mentioned every episode.
Sean's
He's our
got his
zaddy.
poster in his bedroom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Without his helmet.
Totally.
Which we're totally getting Sean a poster of Pedro Pascal to put right behind that couch.
Yes.
That's going to
And
be
we
the
know-
background.
And remember, Jared
We
has
should.
his collection of zaddies in his closet.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
I didn't know that, but
Just a
okay.
little bit.
Yeah, you know those photos hanging up in your closet?
Totally.
Well, that's how you know who your zaddy was. Okay. That's our top 3 zaddies mid-year in review. Let's see if our top 3 changes at the end of the year.
Yeah, see if we add some new content on.
Let's see if we add some new zaddies.
That was our 6 months in review of things we've been watching, reading, listening to, and playing.
And zaddies.
And zaddies. All right. Join us again next time. I'm not sure what our theme is next time, so join us again next time. All right, take it away,
Okay.
Tasha.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at What's My Lane Again, all one word, and our friends over at hardcover_hideout. We're also on YouTube. Go subscribe to our channel. It is What's My Lane Again, all one word. Don't forget to rate and comment on whatever platform you're listening on. See you next episode when we ask, What's my lane again?
Completely unqualified pop culture opinion.